Hello everyone, this is Rosemary from the Rosenshine Games, and welcome to Devlog number 5 for Vessels, Noiret Mansion. So, what did my nights go into this week? At first, I am happy to finally announce that the mansion interior is fully complete. Everything looks pretty much exactly how I originally envisioned it. I refined the textures, added smaller details, finished out the remaining interior elements, and so on. The only thing left is placing some key items, but I'll handle that directly in Unity. Polishing the mansion took about 3 nights. The rest of the week I spent doing exactly what I promised last time, modeling the enemies. The dolls that Iris is going to have to deal with. There are 5 of them so far, and not all of them are standard enemies. So let me walk you through each one. Let's start from the right side. This lady is one of the servants. She uses ranged attacks, but in close ranges she switches to her lower pair of arms and attacks with blades. She's probably going to be one of the more annoying enemies to deal with, especially when you're running low on ammo. Next up is another servant, and he is the smallest of the bunch. But don't let that fool you. He is fast, unpredictable, and hits surprisingly hard. And to be honest, I want the game to have some real bite to it in terms of combat. I think every enemy should feel genuinely dangerous, and I want player to feel the pressure in every fight. Then there is this one. I call him Pinhead, and I think you can probably figure out why. His head is his main weapon, and his attacks are just as punishing as the previous enemy. I think he's going to be a serious problem in tight corridors, and here is a little insider tip. His head is immune to damage, so you might want to start thinking about your strategy now. Next is the mate with blades for hands. She was actually the very first enemy I created, and she's going to be the most straightforward of the 5. Her bladed arms are her only weapon, so nothing too complex. And finally, Daddy. He is a local unstoppable pursuer such as Nemesis or Mr. X, and he'll be hunting Iris for a stretch of the game. There are actually a couple of variations of him, including this combat form. And yes, it's not very different from his base look, but he does come with an oversized blade. I really don't want to give too much away, but just know he is meant to be a serious obstacle and a big part of the atmosphere. Also, I made this doll, and she won't usually be alive at all. She's more of an environmental element tied to certain locations, but I figured I'd show her anyway. And by the way, if you like the 3D models I use in my games and you are a developer yourself, feel free to check out my asset packs on itch.io and the Unity Asset Store. All the links are in the description. And that's not quite everything. I also want to briefly show that I've started working on the next location, the garden. It's an outdoor open-air area, and as you can see, it's still in very early blockout stage, and I expect it to look completely different by next week. So that's everything for this devlog. I think it's a pretty solid week of progress. Next episode, expect a major update of the garden. And of course, thanks for watching. See you next week. Now I'm going back to work.